USC now?
I mean, it's something great. It's something great. Actually, like when we took picture day, it was actually pretty nice to see like the full uni on me and stuff like that. It was fun. It was real fun to see it. It's like, okay, dreams to reality. Let's do it. So it's getting close. So.
Just talk about being a part of those offensive line now and what really drew you to that.
I mean, I like it. It's complex. You know, it's different. It's something that made me think. I like thinking. I like being the type of pressure that Coach Riley put me in. So it's fun.
And what about the system that you've learned so far as you're going you're learning going into camp is the most complex for you?
It's just terminology, just learning new terminology, new football in a different viewpoint. You know, like he looked at it like this, I looked at it like this, and then I was like, okay, I understand why you look at it like this.
What are some of the biggest things that Coach Hanson's kind of showed you in being an offensive lineman in comparison to like the previous?
Coach Hanson, he's definitely helped me a lot in my run game. You know, that's something I always want to pride myself on. But then just sitting back, he was like just teaching me like just new formations, like understand how to ID certain formations and stuff that I thought I knew how to ID, but it's like, okay, this is how we want to ID it like this because we got this going on, this being this type of formation and stuff like that. So it was better to learn a different type of offensive terminology that I had to take. Like I got probably 3 different terminology worth of offense. It's all the same thing, but I can just learn new ones and stuff like that. It's better because I can become more versatile. I can communicate with different guys from different systems, and I understand it, and I like that a lot.
Is there something you're taking away from Syracuse and bringing here?
I want to bring the Dart mentality, definitely, like, you know, just being detailed, accountable, relentless, and tough. But also here, like, you know, the core values here is very, like, it's very strong and they're very built into me right now, and I'm learning to grow with that too because that's what's going to help this team come together a lot more, and then me just becoming a better leader on the line and stuff like that.
Looking at Coach Riley's offense, what are some of the things that's kind of challenging, or you know, some things that you're like, oh, I didn't realize it was this easy?
Man, bro, honestly, like, just like the big personalities, and stuff like that. Just being able to just like understand, like, oh, okay, this is why we got the 6-man, 7-man protections and stuff like that. So yeah, it was that right there is. I'm coming from the ACC. You know, we play big guys, which you know we're quick, it's quicker, a little bit faster. Here it's a little bit more run heavy, more dominant, more big guys up front. So you gotta learn how to kind of like disguise and hide things and make it like it's a little bit different in the Big Ten. I'll tell you that it's different, but it's gonna be fun.
How has this guys has been challenging to kind of grasp, kind of, you know, having to deliver a mindset you've known for the past couple of years into like, you know, having to kind of almost adjust what you're trying to do on the line?
It's not it wasn't a big adjustment. It was just more lines like, okay, like if I revert back to something I already knew, you know, and I'll be trying to communicate with my guys and like, what does that mean? And it's like, oh, snap, my bad, that's old terminology. This is what I meant. And they like, oh, okay. Like, oh, that's what y'all say? Like, you know, it just be simple things that like, it's just one words that changes certain things, and it's just like, it makes a big difference because it helps guys play faster. So just being able to communicate with my guys effectively in the terminology that they know, that's what's gonna help me succeed because I have no doubt about what we can do as a unit together.
Was there anything that you saw during spring and summertime during PRPs that impressed you? Anybody that stood out? Killian
stood out a lot to me. You know, being that he was behind a few great centers, you know, and just him being able just to lead, like me being a new guy and still trying to learn like what it is to be a Trojan, and him just taking the leadership and like just like, hey, this is what it is, this is what we're doing, this is how we do it. And just him leading like all summer, you know, all summer, all spring, you know, him just leading from how he led. It helped me a lot because he was helping me like, hey, yo, look, I know I see it, like, I know you're a little bit confused on this, but it's really like this. And I'm like, oh, okay. We sit next to each other in meeting rooms and stuff. We take notes, share notes. Great guy, you know, and he just helped me, help him. And then like, hey, bro, I see something like this in your game, I think it'll help you. You know, and he'll see something like, hey, he'll see a snap and be like, yo, I think you're doing this a little bit wrong. Okay, what you think I should fix? Okay, that kind of felt better for what we trying to do. So, all right, because he understands the system. You know, having a guy who understands the system, been in the system for years, it's like he knows the ins and outs. And he's giving them to me, and that's a great thing. So it's great to have Killian beside me.
Coach True Carroll hasn't been around for that long, but a lot of positive feedback so far on him. Can you just share your thoughts on how he's going to benefit you and the football program?
You know, Coach True is a guy, we actually from the same city, which actually was a plus because me and him connect on a different level. Like when it started to like in the way we started listening to music, like, but you know this, like how you know about this and stuff like that. But like he's a great guy, he's an honest guy, he's a truthful guy. You know, I think that's why we call him Coach True. Because he gives it to you directly. Like, hey, I think I need to see you do this better. I need you to do this better. I need you to believe in this lift. I need you to believe in this run. Like, believe in it. And then as we believe in it, we start aggressive more than like aggressive. You know what I'm saying? I think that was one of the best things about him. You know, he came in, he helped establish what we already wanted to establish. He put it together. That was the foundation. The strength coach is the foundation. Without them, it's a hard team. It's going to be a hard game. But strength coaches, I think our identity go through our strength coaches and stuff like that too. I think they got a good, hard, strong identity.
What did you do all season that got you prepared for coming in and doing this?
Are you talking about like in the summer or just like just the whole off season?
The 2 months of the all season. It felt like 2 months.
Just honestly, I just whip myself back in shape, conditioning wise. You know, just being able to go out there and like, let's go rip 20 plays in a row without getting tired. You know, things like that. Being able, communication. You know, at center, I communicate so much that's like I got to make 5 guys think like one. You know, we play like a fist. So that was like the hardest thing for me, like that I worked on the most, was just being able to communicate, being able to digest, and being able to execute for my guys. That's like one of the hardest things I worked on.
One other question. You mentioned about the adjustments and changes from coming from one conference to this conference to Big Ten. What explosiveness have you seen so far in this conference that maybe you didn't see in the last one?
Explosive. I haven't played in this conference yet, so I really can't say.
Well, I mean with your teammates.
With my teammates? Boy, big as heck. They big as heck. I think different play style. You know, it's a different defensive style. You know, coming from the ACC, I see more of a 3-3. You know, odd front, kind of like 30 KC fronts and stuff like that with the rover on the edge and stuff. Here, I see a lot more bigger guys. True. Hey man, we're gonna put our 4 guys on the front of y'all. Y'all gonna have to beat these 4 guys plus the 2 linebackers, and then our back ain't gonna go to work. You know, so seeing that just a regular base front going against that consistently, oh yeah, it's like okay, it's traditional football. Right, so I like it.
Can you talk about what you're seeing from quarterback Jaden Morales so far?
Hard worker, man. Hard worker. Actually, Jaden, I call him Little General. I like him a lot. You know, I think it's a guy who got like his back against the ropes, and he really want to prove who he is. You know, he really worked hard. You know, me and him, we just started busting down film together, just doing things like that, working together. We got our snap count, we got it down on pat. You know, we got our cadence good. Just thinking between me and him, thinking with each other while my back is turned. Like we able to communicate with each other quickly, effectively, and just like. He kind of understand what I want, you know. He was like, yo, like I seen you play with Kyle McCoy. Kyle broke the ACC record last year, you know. So, like I know what it feels like to take a good quarterback, and I'm like, shit, you was a good quarterback too. So, I want to do the same thing I did with him, with you. He like, I got it, like trust him, like he trusting himself. You know, he working hard. I think he's a little too hard on himself sometimes, but in a good way. You know, he always pushing his barrier. Trying to just be better than yesterday. And I like it because I can get behind that because him being good, Wayman being good like that, our old line feeling like that, like we got an offense that really just want to like every day find a way to get better in some type of aspect. And I think that's real good because it's like him being the leader of that, like he pushes that.
What what have you guys done off the field to kind of build that chemistry
Oh
and the
man,
communication?
shoot, we've been kicking it, yo. We've been kicking it off the field a lot. Like I think we've been having every week after every other week we probably had like an O-line barbecue that was supposed to be O-line, but then the whole team would show up, you know. So it's been good, you know, with that, you know, just communicating with them. Actually, like getting to know who my dog is. Like, yo, like, bro, like I always want to protect you. I want to know who you is. I want to know why you do what you do. You know, actually meeting a guy who actually grew up in Hawaii, that's kind of different. You know, we working out on the sand. I'm like, yo, this is different. He like, this the motherland. This is like, I'm like, I don't know. I like dirt. He likes sand, but like, yeah, definitely like being with a guy who can just be himself. You know, he's not loud, he's not obnoxious. You know, he's not that type of guy. You know, he's subtle, but he got a fire underneath him. He's gonna show it definitely.
You guys ever talk about, or do you, in your own opinion, have an idea of what a successful season would be?
Man, successful season. I mean, in a lot of ways. I mean, a successful season for me would be us just going to the Big Ten championship, competing after that. My old line being top 5 for the Joe Moore Award. Shoot, me hopefully being a finalist for a Remington Award. My guys beside me an Outland Award. Like just a successful season with like guys just building accolades. I mean that too, but also winning. You know, wins and losses will be built off of it. But like a successful season would be like guys just doing what they're supposed to do at a high level and like being recognized for it. I consider that a successful season too, you know. But that comes with wins too. So,
How would you describe the tempo of this offense? I know you mentioned the size and getting traditional football, but how would you assess the tempo of the offense? Trying to be quick, get to their spots.
Man, I mean, it's fast. It can be fast if we want it to be fast. We can slow it down if we want to slow it down. And we can control the tempo. One thing about this offense is we'll never get behind schedule. We'll never try to be behind schedule, on the downs. So definitely, it's however Lincoln want to do it. If you want to go fast, you can go fast. If you want to go regular tempo, for regular tempo. If you need to slow it down, we can slow it down if you need to. That's one thing about it.
We get to watch practice on Friday for the first time this year. What are we going to see from Waymo? He's the guy everybody talked about.
Man, that's my dog. I play JUCO with him too. So that's a junkyard bulldog. That's a dog. That's a dude who's gonna head down working. Head down working. He gonna move fast. He gonna get out there. He gonna show us explosiveness. He's a real explosive guy. Short but explosive.
Lincoln's talked about how much he puts on the center in terms of running the offense, making the pre-snap calls and all that stuff. How's that process going for you, and how different is it actually from what you've had?
That pressure normal. I think I came from an offense that I had to ran it all, called it all, I did it all. So if anything, I think he got the right guy for it. When we sat down, we talked ball. He knew exactly what I was talking. I knew exactly what he was talking. I think that's the reason why he brought me in, because he understood I knew it. Like I'm probably like, if I'm not mistaken, like one of the first true centers fit for Lincoln. You know what I'm saying? For Coach Link, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, because in the past I know it's been plug and fit kind of guys, but he actually got a guy who actually I like the responsibility of this role. I like being the guy that people are gonna look at like, hey bro, if you mess up, we mess up. I want that pressure on me, because that pressure right there gonna make sure I don't mess up. I'm gonna make sure I make the right call. I'm gonna make sure I get us in the right position to block. Whoever we need to block, however we need to block and protect right around. I just want to set that tempo. I want to set that tone. I feel like he got the right guy for that position. I think I can handle that.
And how many different looks did the defensive line throw at you guys? How good is it to go against that group in terms of getting ready for big time?
I mean, I've seen a lot of exotic fronts before, and they did do something there, and then they do some things I haven't seen before. And the thing I can say that been great is like if they do something weird at us, Coach Hanson to get in the lab, we go back to the drawing board. Like, hey, look, if we see this again, this is how we gonna do it. Quick adjustments, and then everybody on board with it, man. Boom. The next day we dominate again. So when they throw something out at us, we come back with it fixed. They come, how they do that? And I hear them, they yelling at you like, what? Yeah.
I'm sorry if you've answered this already. Can you talk about the differences you've seen from after transferring here to USC?
Like, so when I got here, like, it was different, you know, because there was a lot of guys that was coming in that was transfers also. So like we all kind of got together and like we all was like, you know, comparing like what our school was and like what it was like different here. And truth be told, the first thing I said was Lil G's. That thing is awesome. Like Lil G's go hard. I like Lil G's. Miss Rachel did a good job with nutrition. I love it. That was like one of the biggest things I seen that was different with the nutrition. Like they actually feed you here. Like they feed you. Like to the point where I don't want to eat sometimes. But but it'd be good. Like every day is something good. Every day is something like intriguing, and I like it because like it's just I like food. I'm a fat kid, you know. Like I like food, so yeah. I love Lil G's. Lil G's was different. And then the training staff. You know, the training staff, man. Like I got a great relationship with them because those be your guys. They gonna keep you like the little bruises and stuff you got. They gonna be the ones that help you along before it turns into a real problem. You know, the training staff was like just so helpful, so hands on. And like for the first time, it was like, hey, this actually, like, I need help with this. And they help you. Like, you know, it wasn't just like, oh, just you'll be alright, put some ice on it. You know, nothing like that. Or like they always say in the Texas, like put some dirt on it. But yeah.
So when you guys keep the energy, how do you guys keep the energy up in tough practices?
Can you repeat that?
Yes, how do you guys keep the energy up in tough practices?
And tough practice. I mean, bro, you just like you look at somebody, man. Somebody, you know, like for instance, like last year, like when I needed somebody to fuel me, it'd be my left tackle. My left tackle will fuel me. He'll make a play on something. He might pull out, do a little rap, go hit somebody. Like, I look like, oh snap, hold up, let me turn up. You know what I mean? Like, so when you down, like when I'm down, I look into my brothers because like I play for them. I play for me, but I play for them because it's our job. We're the only people on the field that do a job for somebody else. So like, we're not playing for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're playing for the guys outside and the people making actual plays and stuff. So when I'm feeling down, I look at somebody on my mind. I like Alani. Like, yeah, go ahead, man. Hey, come call a GT right quick, man. Let Alani pull. Let him go smack something. I need to see him hit somebody. Or he go hit somebody. Oh, all right, bet. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? You know, or there been times I've been in protection and I didn't see the larger players come through and clean up the whole line, across the whole board. Like, God dang, how you do that? Like, and that right there, that keep me going. I'm like, hold up, you ain't gonna do me. You know, and then that's where it's at. It's kind of like a friendly competition. Like, hey, who can make the most damage happen right now in this place? And that's like kind of how it is.
You know, Coach Ryan talked in the spring about the value of having DJ and his experience on that line, especially alongside you. You guys both getting really experienced.
Yeah,
if DJ is not able to play this season for USC, maybe how much more does that put on you to kind of step in and really hold things down from your spot, just being that experienced guy?
I mean, we're versatile. We got depth. But like, as far as DJ not being here, I don't think that's impossible. I think that's no. We not looking towards that. We're not thinking that way. You know, because I've been interchangeable out like all summer, all spring with different guys. You know, so it was never just like one set. Like, oh, this is who you playing this out. You know, we've been. I took reps at guard. You know, so we're moving around.
What do you feel like you have to do to really lock down that starting position?
Beat that guy out. That guy, man, it's hard, bro. Cause like he do everything the right way. You know, he show up on time. He in the right place at the right time. He commands the room. I listen to him. I look up to him. I'm over him. You know, but because I respect what he has done. It's not just like, oh, nah, he don't. Man, dude work hard here. Dude do everything he's supposed to do. Like I said, he's smart. He knows the system. He knows what he wants to do. He's been around the guys who have did it at a high level, who has made it to the next level. Like, so when you got a guy who does that, it's kind of hard just to sit there and be like, oh, okay, like, I'm just gonna beat you out. Nah, you gotta respect him for what he is, because he's definitely a guy who's a contender. Always a contender. I don't never ever just sit back and be like, oh, I got it. He's definitely shot. And he plays with an edge. Plays with a real edge. You know, walk on a guy who's been dead everything and everything he possibly could. He's on scholarship. That's a dog, bro. You know, same. He might have took a walk on. I went JUCO, but he's a dog. You know, that's the JUCO mentality that people talk about, like going in, earning your spot, taking a spot, showing that you belong. He has did that. You know, it's hard to beat a guy out like that. It's been heavy competition all year. Heavy competition in the lift. It was heavy. Just everything, runs, weights, even maintaining weight, muscle mass gains, stuff like that. We're in heavy competition with that, you know, just because as a guy that I actually doesn't mind competing with, because he does everything like that.
Lincoln Riley mentioned Elijah Vicone as a guy to potentially watch.
Oof, Frankenstein. That's what I call him.
That's a big dude. Yeah,
big dude.
Massive.
Scared me.
What did he do to get mentioned by the head football coach?
Well, what is it? What, 6'9", 6'9", something like that. Big as hell. Big. Like the definition of humongous. I ain't gonna lie. It was one practice. I'll tell you this. It was one practice. He was out there, man, and he was like, "It's Tonga." I'm like, I thought he was a Samoan. Bro, he got mad, right? And he just took a dude, grabbed him, one hand, stopped him, threw him in the ground. I was like, yo, my bad, bro. My bad. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to do nothing like that. But bro, that's a big dude, man. You know, he got his own little swag. Like, I think he's gonna be having a guy that big who can actually like play with an edge still. Like you get some guys, the bigger they are, you get like the harder they fall, right? And he ain't falling. Like, you know, he's aggressive. Like he's gonna bring it to you. You know, some people hide behind their side. He's showing you he big and he aggressive and he's dirty. You know, he didn't have the plays where it's like once he know. I know this is freshman year and everything. Once he gets going, once I have seen him get going, it's been unstoppable. The guy has been unstoppable. The guy has done things that you be like, somebody at your size should be able to do that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think that's one of his recognition because he's a big guy, but he's at the same time, he's a young guy, which makes him so like it's just he got a lot of things like you can work him a lot. You know what I mean? Like the dude, whoever molded Coach Henson 2 years after molding him. Yeah, he's something different. And then, you know, he's working with a lot of great trainers outside of this. You know, offensive line trainers like Duke and stuff. So, like, you know, a guy like that, you got guys training him like that. Like, tell him what you're going to pick up and what you're going to learn. So, yeah, it's great. Who, Tobias?
Hey, guys, what do you think of his
bro, he needs some more seasoning. No, I'm just joking. No, I ain't gonna
He said you were probably most likely one to complain about how your burger was cooked.
No, I wasn't. What's he talking about? He did a great job on my double cheeseburger. But actually, I think Tobias, every weekend he cooks at least 300 burgers. At least. It's a lot of burgers. Yeah. At least 300 burgers. I was the guy who was asking for the hot dogs, though. I like hot dogs. So he would cook like 300 burgers, shoot like 100 hot dogs, man. Cause I told you, like, it'd be an O-line dinner, but it'd turn into like the whole team. So, yeah, he the grill master. Cause it was hot, and he ain't had no problem sitting there sweating. So, like, he got it, bro. He got it. He definitely did the thing. He held it down all summer. Whenever we wanted to barbecue, I called him, hey, bro, I bought the roast. Can you just throw it on the grill? Man, I liked it because it was fun. You know, he's standing there, shirt off, all flexing like he was all Captain America sometimes. Man, it's really.
He's saying he loves it. He loves me.
No, he loves it. He loves it. No, he loves it, man. Especially like I remember the first one he organized. I remember everybody showed up like 2 hours late. So like he was like, yeah, bro. It's the first couple people that's coming. That's hard to get going, but once they come, and then you get to cooking it. He was like, all right. But I love it because like he actually like made me want to do stuff like that more often. Like I was always a guy like at Syracuse, like it's New York, so like they were known for pizza and wings. So I used to always bring in pizza and wings. So we never, and it was cold, so ain't nobody outside grilling. So like to get back to that grill cookout feel, it was actually great because like it felt like home being back in Texas. So yeah, I love it a lot.
Where's the as football players?
Bro, his size. You know, when I got here, he was big. Now he's bigger. You know, he look great. You know what I'm saying? Test tube, baby. But definitely like dude, he's smart and he still rebels. He don't want to be denied. I think he's probably the only guy that could probably go across the full board, other than center. But he can do center. I didn't see him do snaps at center, but he's probably the only guy who can probably like actually like just go and play across the whole board because he has worked at it. You know, he works at it. He did everything he can to do it, and you know, it's just a guy who don't want to be denied. Like I'm gonna find, like if you need me here, I'm gonna be here. If you need me there, I'm gonna be there. So that's a guy who has found himself putting himself in position. So that's great.
Who's going to score the most touchdowns?
Me.
Thank you, sir.
Is there a bet for that?
Thank y'all.
You can